Have you ever wondered what makes the Supreme Court of India, the highest judicial body, so unique and powerful? This isn't just any court of law. It's the ultimate guardian of the Indian Constitution, the final arbitrator of disputes that shape the destiny of the nation. It's an enigma with a profound influence that reaches far beyond the courtroom walls. From its rulings on pivotal cases to its interpretation of the Constitution, its impact reverberates through Indian society. Let's delve into the history and evolution of this powerful institution. The journey of the Supreme Court began on the 26th of January 1950, the day India became a republic. This marked a monumental chapter in the annals of Indian history as the nation embarked on a path of sovereignty, justice and equality, guided by the principles enshrined in its newly minted constitution. The establishment of the Supreme Court was a testament to these principles. It was born out of the vision of the framers of the Constitution, who envisaged a judiciary that would act as the guardian of the Constitution and the protector of the rights of the people. The Supreme Court, as envisaged by the Constitution, was to be the highest court of the land, with the power to adjudicate on matters of constitutional and legal significance. Initially, the Supreme Court comprised of only 8 judges, including the Chief Justice. This composition was reflective of the nascent stage of the Indian judiciary, which was still in its infancy and evolving. The first Chief Justice of India, a man of great integrity and legal acumen, was Sir Harilal Jakisundas Kanya, fondly remembered as H.J. Kanya. His appointment marked a significant milestone in the development of the Indian judiciary, setting the tone for the high standards of justice and fairness that the Supreme Court has since continued to uphold. Under the stewardship of Chief Justice Kanya, the Supreme Court began its journey navigating the complex landscape of Indian law and society. The court was tasked with interpreting the Constitution, resolving legal disputes, and ensuring justice for all. It was a daunting task, but the court, driven by the ideals of justice, liberty, and equality, rose to the challenge. In its early days, the Supreme Court faced numerous challenges, but it remained steadfast in its mission. It was the beacon of hope for the common people, the defender of their rights, and the upholder of the Constitution. The court was set up with a mission to uphold the Constitution and protect the rights of the citizens. Over the years, the Supreme Court has undergone significant changes. A living testament to this transformation is the increase in the number of judges. From an initial strength of 8 in the 50s, the court has expanded to a robust 34 today. This growth, a necessary response to the burgeoning caseload, reflects the evolving nature of the court itself. A significant milestone in the court's journey has been the introduction of public interest litigation, or PIL. Born out of a desire to make justice accessible to all, this innovation opened the doors of the court to the common man. No longer did one need to be a party directly affected by a legal issue to approach the court. Anyone with a genuine concern for public welfare could now knock on its doors, making justice a more participatory process. As the court's reach extended, so did its philosophy. The doctrine of basic structure evolved, marking a turning point in Indian constitutional law. This principle, first propounded in the landmark case of Kesavananda Bharati versus State of Kerala, holds that certain features of the Constitution are so fundamental that they cannot be altered. It placed a check on the amending powers of Parliament, ensuring the preservation of the democratic soul of the Constitution. Throughout its journey, the court has been shaped by landmark cases, each one a milestone in its evolution. Cases like Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India, which expanded the interpretation of the right to life and personal liberty, or Vishaka versus State of Rajasthan, which led to guidelines for preventing sexual harassment at the workplace, have left indelible marks on Indian jurisprudence. These changes are not merely structural or procedural. They represent a shift in the court's thinking, a willingness to redefine its role in a changing society. The court has evolved from a passive interpreter of laws to an active defender of rights, a transformation that reflects its commitment to the ideals of justice, liberty, and equality. The Supreme Court has always adapted itself to meet the changing needs of society. And as society continues to evolve, one can only expect the court to continue this journey of transformation, carving new paths in the pursuit of justice. Today, the Supreme Court stands as a beacon of justice for over 1 billion people. As we delve into the present, the Supreme Court of India comprises a Chief Justice and 33 other judges. The Chief Justice, the highest judicial authority in the country, presides over the court, guiding its function and direction. This individual is not only a figure of immense respect, but also carries the weighty responsibility of upholding the sanctity of justice. The appointment of judges to the Supreme Court is a process steeped in deliberation and scrutiny. A collegium of the Chief Justice and 4 senior-most judges propose names, which are then approved by the President of India. This process ensures that only the most deserving, based on both competence and integrity, don the robe of a Supreme Court judge. The Supreme Court's jurisdiction is as vast as the country itself. It hears cases of national importance, disputes between states, and matters involving substantial questions of law. Its decisions are binding on all courts within the territory of India, setting legal precedents for the nation to follow. Perhaps the court's most potent tool is its power of judicial review. This allows it to review and invalidate any law or government action it deems unconstitutional. In effect, it acts as the guardian of the Constitution, ensuring that the principles enshrined in it are not violated. From interpreting the Constitution to protecting the rights of the citizens, from hearing appeals to settling disputes, the Supreme Court's role is multifaceted. It is a symbol of hope for those seeking justice, an institution that embodies the democratic ideals of fairness and equality. The Supreme Court continues to play a crucial role in shaping the democratic ethos of the country. As the final interpreter of the Constitution and the highest appellate court in the land, it remains a pillar of the Indian democratic system, upholding the rule of law and safeguarding the fundamental rights of its citizens. Like any institution, the Supreme Court too faces its set of challenges. Let's delve into some of these pressing issues and explore potential solutions. The first challenge that stands out is the process of judicial appointments. The selection and appointment of judges has often been shrouded in secrecy, without clear criteria or transparency. This has led to allegations of favoritism and nepotism, undermining the credibility of the judiciary. To address this, there's a need for a more transparent and objective system of appointments. Suggested reforms include establishing a Judicial Appointments Commission, which could ensure a structured and open process, enhancing the legitimacy of the court. Secondly, the pendency of cases is a significant issue. With over 30 million cases pending across various courts in the country, justice is often delayed, and unfortunately, justice delayed is justice denied. To tackle this, we need a multi-pronged approach. This could include increasing the number of judges, improving court management systems, and embracing technology to expedite proceedings. Another challenge is the issue of judicial activism. While it's essential that the judiciary steps in to protect the rights of citizens when other branches of government fail, the line between judicial activism and overreach can sometimes blur. Striking the right balance is critical to maintain the separation of powers, a core principle of our Constitution. This would require continuous dialogue and checks and balances between the 3 branches of government. Lastly, to ensure the independence and accountability of the judiciary, reforms are needed. These could include measures to strengthen judicial ethics, introduce performance appraisals, and establish mechanisms for dealing with complaints against judges. In conclusion, the Supreme Court, like any other institution, is not immune to challenges. However, with the right reforms and a commitment to uphold the principles of justice, it can overcome these hurdles. Facing these challenges head-on is crucial for the Supreme Court to continue its role as the guardian of the Constitution. The Supreme Court over the years has upheld the rule of law and protected the rights of the citizens. This statement stands as a testament to the immense power and responsibility that the Supreme Court of India holds. Allow me to guide you on a brief recapitulation of the key points we discussed in this video. We journeyed back in time to the year 1950, where we witnessed the genesis of the Supreme Court, a beacon of justice in a newly independent nation. The court's evolution over the years was indeed a sight to behold, as it adapted and evolved, mirroring the changing dynamics of the society it served. The Supreme Court of today is a symbol of the democratic spirit, interpreting the Constitution to safeguard the rights and liberties of the people. It's not just a court of law, but a court of justice, a court of the people. However, the path ahead is not without its challenges. The court must continue to strive for transparency, accountability, and accessibility. It must constantly work towards reducing the backlog of cases, ensuring speedy justice, and improving infrastructure. Despite these challenges, the Supreme Court of India remains an unwavering symbol of hope. It continues to stand tall, ensuring that the scales of justice are always balanced, that the rule of law is always upheld. The Supreme Court of India, thus, remains a symbol of hope, justice, and the democratic spirit of the country.